What's up, guys? Steve here with Scotch and Things. Quick question for you. I want to show you some stuff. I got pulled over last week for not using my turn signal, and I'm going to show you this section of road, and it just kind of baffles me. So I was in I live in a smaller town, 10,000 people. I was in the downtown area, and I'm in a lane that can only go left. It's a turn lane, but it's not it's a sweeping curve, and you can't go straight. It's where the one way going through downtown splits off, and then it becomes two ways. So I'm in the far left lane. Again, you can only go left. You can't go straight in this lane at all. You don't have to stop. And I've never signaled there before. Just like the other direction, when you'd be coming north in that direction, where there's north and south traffic, so it's a two-way road. Well, where that stops and becomes one way, it turns off and you can only go that one direction. So I turned, took the curve, no problem. State trooper got right behind me and pulled me over after I signaled my next turn, which it was a turn. So we're coming up on it here real quick, and I'll show you. The whole situation was just kind of weird because no one ever signals their turns here, because it's just you can only go left. So I'm gonna spin the camera around real quick so you guys can see. So we're coming up on it here. Okay, see? These two lanes can continue south. This lane that I'm in here can only go left. All right? As those two lanes coming at me can only go right. See? I didn't signal here. There's a yield sign if you were coming over from that way. But see? There you go. Just like this is the same type of sweeping curve. You can only go one way, and you don't signal your turn for that. So he pulled me over. No problem. And I kind of argued with him a little bit. I'm like, why would I need to? He goes, the same thing you always get. Do you know why I pulled you over? I'm like, I have no idea. And he said, you didn't signal your turn back there. And I was like, dude, I didn't know I had to. I've never done it there. So, we kind of argued back and forth a little bit, and I have nothing but respect for law enforcement. But this just was weird. And I wasn't carrying that day, so I'm going to get into that a little bit too. So I was coming back from my father-in-law. I was helping him out on the farm. And like I said, I carry everywhere I can or feel like I need to. And going out to his farm and then back home, I just didn't need to carry that day. I mean, I wasn't going to go out on the farm and get sweaty and worry about my gun on me. And I didn't even have it in the vehicle because I was just coming straight home from there. Say what you will. So he comes back and he's like, oh, I'm going to give you a warning. And then he asked me, do you have your firearm on you? And I said, no. He goes, all right. And he walks away, gives me the warning. And we kind of went back and forth a little bit on that, if I needed to signal again. But I thought it was weird. So, the firearm question. So in Nebraska, you have the duty to inform the officer if you're carrying. And I'm sure they can look up, and when they run my license, they can see that I have a carry permit. And I didn't because I didn't have my firearm. I thought that was a weird question because I've been pulled over by state troopers twice before that. One for speeding and one for a weights and measures officer pulled me over while I was pulling a trailer for work. And they could see the same info, and they never asked me that question. So I just thought it was kind of weird. He seemed kind of like a hard ass, not real friendly at all, which is weird with all the other encounters. They've always been, friendly and cordial, and he just, I don't know if he was having a bad day. So, and I'm gonna tell you this, it was 6 o'clock at night, all right, when this happened also. So the next day I ran into a local police officer, and I I asked him, I said, hey, you know that turn, and this is right by the police station. I should have showed you. The police station is right around the corner from there. I said, I gave him the street name, and he goes, really, a turn signal? And I said, yeah. He goes, I would have never pulled anyone over, because then at the end of that street, there's another one of those turns, and he goes, no one ever signals there either. He said, well, who pulled you over? I said, well, it was a state trooper, and he kind of said, well, there you go. Made it sound like there's, the whole state trooper versus, city cop thing. He thought it was weird, but since it was a warning, I didn't say anything about it. I just, he couldn't believe that he pulled me over. He's the one that brought up the time, which I think was it late at night? Was he looking for something? I said, no, man, it was 6 o'clock in the evening. And he just thought that was weird. So obviously he was maybe looking for something else. He, checked out my and it's not like I drive a beater vehicle. It's 2018, Chevy 2500. So who knows? I just wanted to kind of get your guys' opinions. And then I thought, for the traffic stop, then asking about my firearm, was he just looking for something, like if I was carrying it and didn't inform him? But that's weird that the other 2 troopers that have pulled me over have never said anything about that. So have you guys been pulled over with your firearm, without your firearm, and how did that go? I've seen lots of videos on YouTube, and I'm always prepared when I'm, carrying and driving, like, what the procedure is: hands on the wheels, hand them your license and your carrier permit, and inform them. But that's never happened. I've never been pulled over while I was carrying. And like I said, the 2 previous officers never said anything about it. And this guy asked me, and it kind of caught me off guard. I'm like, no. And that was it. Just a warning. No big deal. It was just a weird circumstance. Was he looking for something else? Obviously. What would you guys do if any of you are law enforcement? What's your thoughts on that type of turn? Do you need to signal there, since it's a lane that can only go one way, and it's not like a sharp left where you have to stop and you're turning? It's just a sweeping left-hand turn, and you can only go that way. It's not like... So I was just kind of baffled by it, and just kind of wanted to get your guys' thoughts. One, if you're a cop or whatever, would you have pulled me over for not signaling there? Like I said, the trooper did. The city cop said no, he wouldn't have, and don't know why. Didn't really know why he did. And then also with the firearm, I just thought that was kind of weird that he asked afterwards. One, it's just for their safety, I understand that, but according to law in the state of Nebraska, I would have had to tell him if I was carrying. So I don't know if he was checking to see if I, was breaking the law. And then he took my word for it and didn't search me or anything. So, like I said, no big deal. Just a warning. It was just kind of odd, I felt. So let me know what you guys think. What are your interactions with cops and weird stops like that? So like I said, nothing but respect for law enforcement. They have a tough job to do. Just thought it was kind of weird. I don't know if he was having a bad day. Like I said, he was kind of I don't know, grumpy. But all right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.